Hi there, my friends. It's Marva again. I want to talk a little bit more about menopausal symptoms that I have experienced and to share with you how I have been able to overcome them or minimize them. And the symptom I want to talk with you about today or at this moment is low energy. Now, low energy is definitely um, a symptom I have dealt with since premenopause, started in probably in my mid 40s, and I still do have to deal with it at this point. Even though I've been through the menopausal phase, as it were, and I'm in menopause now, I still have the symptom of low energy. And I think the key to this, being able to deal with this, eliminate it, or knowing how to deal with it, is understanding that it is a very common symptom of menopause because the hormones in our body, and in this case, the estrogen and progesterone, have a lot to do with our energy level. Or thyroid hormone, for example, if they're off, we're not going to have much energy. We get tired very easily, short of breath, etc. Well, the same thing applies to when we are menopausal and we have limited or no estrogen and progesterone hormone in our body, or very minimal, as it were. Just the same way when someone is pregnant and their hormonal system is off balance, helter skelter, is a similar situation with menopause, and or where our hormone levels are very very low, and we end up with low energy. Now, this is how I have dealt with it, and I'm still dealing with it. You kind of have to just know your body and know your limits. And no matter what anybody tells you, it is virtually impossible to have the same energy level when you're going through menopause as when you were in your 30s, for example, or perhaps in your early 40s before you started having your menopause issues. Okay? Um, I think you're just gonna have low energy. So one just has to know, for example, when one needs to take a little nap. I find I require more sleep. So if I don't get 8 hours, or I would say a minimum of 7 hours per night, I just don't feel good the next day. I don't have much energy. I do go out on the weekends. Like tonight, for example, my hubby and I are going to go out. We like to go dancing, okay, on the weekends. So I am going to get home late tonight. So what I will have to do tomorrow is, well, generally I can't sleep in, but if I can sleep in, I would sleep in for an extra hour. And then tomorrow afternoon, I'll take a little afternoon nap. If I can sleep, I would just lie down and relax. And usually by Monday, I'm back to my normal self. But I find that I do require more sleep. So I go to bed between 9 and 10 every night, and I usually wake up by 6. And that gives me a good 8, 9. Sometimes I find myself sleeping even 10 hours, and I feel really good the next day. You have to know your limit. If you have to clean the house, you don't have to clean the whole house at one time. You could clean a room at a time, half of the house, a quarter of the house, divide the house in a quarter. You don't have to do all the housework at the same time, the same day. Also, you might need to hire a cleaning person to help you. Okay, for cooking, you could cook enough food to last for 2, 3 days, so you don't have to be cooking all the time. Laundry, you could divide it up so you don't have a full day of laundry. You kind of have to use common sense. And whatever doesn't have, if you are feeling particularly low in energy, whatever doesn't have to be done that day, you table it for another day. Another thing that I found with regards to the low energy, I used to be an avid gym person. I would go to the gym 5 to 6 days a week, and I was pumping weights, doing the treadmill, and I was doing it sometimes an hour and a half, 2 hours, that kind of thing. And I felt really, really good. But once I hit menopause, I couldn't do an hour and a half at the gym anymore. I had to cut it back to 45 minutes to an hour. Okay, and if I was doing half an hour on the treadmill, I had to cut it back to 20 minutes or something like that. If I was outside walking for exercise, I found that I couldn't walk as fast. I didn't feel good when I was walking very, very brisk. I had to have a steady, reasonable pace when I walked for exercise, or if I was jogging, I did a slow jog as opposed to a sprint. And like I said, in the gym, I paced myself. Slow and steady wins the race. So in terms of your workout, you kind of have to adjust it. It's kind of unrealistic to expect that you're going to be able to have the same stamina during menopause as you did before you went through menopause. That has been my experience. So I listen to my body. Okay, if one day I feel particularly low on energy, rather than walking 3 miles, for example, for my exercise, I'll do one, and then I'll take a little rest. If I can't sleep or nap, I'll lay down, close my eyes, take deep breaths, and relax for half an hour in the afternoon before I cook. So it's really a matter of knowing your limit, knowing your body, listening to your body. My main exercise nowadays is walking, and I will walk 3 miles for the day. Sometimes I break it up. I'll do half in the morning and half in the afternoon. So that's what I'm talking about. You must continue exercising, because if you stop exercising because you're feeling low energy, your energy level is going to be even lower. So you must continue exercising to energize your body. It's a matter of tailoring the exercise to fit your situation. And if you're feeling particularly exhausted, take a break, and then you could do a little bit more the next day or the evening. So sleep, drinking a lot of water, cutting back on the coffee. You're going to be tempted to drink more coffee because your energy level is low, and more sugary drink. But I find that when I drink water, then I'm more energized. Another thing that energizes my body is, like, in the morning, I'll have some warm water with some cayenne pepper and that in it, and I'll sip on it throughout the day, and that energizes my body also. So that's pretty much it. Healthy eating, exercise, adequate sleep, decreasing my stress level, and just kind of following my body and listening to my body, okay, and not push it too much, are the things that have helped me to deal with low energy in menopause. It's just one of those things that we have to deal with. It is what it is. I don't like it, but it is what it is. Okay, take care. God bless.